Hello guys, welcome back to my channel and enjoy this fanfic part 1. Now let's start the fanfic. Sakura Haruno walked through the town, as she would normally do after what he would do to her, and yet, no one noticed what was going on with their little cherry blossom. They didn't know what she hid behind that fake smile, they didn't know she was in pain every single day, and every single night of her life, and it was because of him. Why couldn't she tell anyone what was happening to her? She had been keeping it secret to herself for 3 agonizing years, filled with torture and survival, and yet, she kept silent. What was she thinking? She still loved him, and she didn't want him to die. She was too kind-hearted for her own good, and she knew that, and that's what's in her now, her kindness. It's making her insane, it's making her cry for mercy for hours on end. She started to not care about her life anymore. She started to take suicidal missions to keep away from all the pain she was inflicted onto every night, and she would stay at her friends' houses as long as she could to keep herself safe from what would become of her. She didn't want to live in fear any longer, she wanted to make it all stop, even for a second. That's all she needed, because it only took 1 second to take her own life, 1 second to forget everything that's happened to her, and 1 second to be at peace from the torture. 1 second, and she'd be happy. XXX. Sakura-chan. Where you going? Asked a voice from behind. She turned around, and saw Naruto. She put on her fake smile, so he wouldn't notice. It was pretty easy too. He was as dense as a chair. If she said something, he'd believe her, because he knew she wouldn't lie, or so he thought. He would never know what went on in the darkness of her life. She couldn't tell anyone. If she did, then he would her. Oh, I'm just walking around the village, Naruto. Nothing new, so how are you? She said, with her fake smile on her face. Sakura-chan, why haven't I seen you in a while? Tsunade-ba-chan said you were going on solo missions, and you work at the hospital, and stuff, but so does Hinata-chan, and I see her, so why haven't I seen you? He asked, worriedly. Sakura, as usual, had to come up with an excuse. Oh, I'm just really busy with Sasuke-kun, that's all. Seriously, I'm sorry if I worried you. Hope you didn't think I was dead, haha. She said, as fake as she possibly could. She said that horrible name, that name, the name of the devil, Sasuke. Okay, Sakura-chan, I got to go. Hinata-chan and I have a date in an hour. And if I forget again, she'll make me sleep on the couch again. Sakura let out a small chuckle. Hinata has been more confident than she ever has been during her years as a kunoichi, and of course Naruto helped her along with herself to help her get rid of her stuttering problem. She and Hinata became closer than ever, considering that Naruto used to like her a long time ago. She didn't care. I'll see you later, Naruto. Tell Hina-chan I said hi. Ya hear? If you don't, I'll beat you to a pulp, got it? She threatened. He laughed. I know, Sakura-chan, bye. He yelled, and then ran off somewhere. She sighed. She would have to go home soon. If she didn't, he'd get her himself, and he would hurt her worse than intended. But the worst thing about it was, she didn't even put up a fight. She couldn't hurt him, she wouldn't, she loved him too much. Damn her kindness, damn everything. She wished she had never met him. She sometimes wished she never became a kunoichi, because, if she hadn't, she wouldn't have gotten so close to him, and she wouldn't have ended up loving him. She couldn't take living her life in the darkness, so right there, right then, she would take her life, tonight. She hoped that everyone would forgive her for her selfishness, but she couldn't keep living her life in pain and fear. It was slowly devouring her soul, and she would never come back. She, Sakura Haruno, would no longer live her life with someone whom she loved tried to her slowly and painfully. As soon as she returned home, he was there. She braced herself for his usual beatings, and closed her eyes. XXX. Where the hell have you been, Sakura? Sleeping around? You better not be, you stupid whore. Sasuke yelled, slapping her across her face. She fell to the floor, due to strength locked in that hit. She remained silent. She didn't cry. She wouldn't give him the pleasure of seeing her in pain. That's all she could do to defend herself, but it would never work as she would want it to. He would just strike harder. She looked at the ground and thought to herself. Why? What have I done to suffer? It doesn't matter. I'll be gone by night's end, and I won't relive this ever again. I'll be safe, I'll be at peace. As he picked her up, she still held that blank expression, not showing how much she was hurting, and not showing how much she hated him. She loved him, but she hated what he was doing to her, and she was getting sick of it. She was nearing her edge. Her heart was telling her to defend herself, while her mind was telling her not to. She didn't know what to do. She just remained silent as always. Look at me, damn it, he said, striking her harder. She still didn't say anything and kept looking at the floor. Listen to me when I'm talking to you, you bitch, he said, as he brought out a kunai. She was aware he would actually use weapons on her. Hell, he'd even use his Sharingan on her. He didn't care, he just wanted to see her suffer, and that she did suffer from loving him as much as she did. In the trees stood a figure in a cloak of red clouds. He was watching what was happening to this girl and thought, foolish, little brother. Itachi Uchiha was actually outside his window and he didn't even notice a thing, but he noticed that the girl was looking at him. She saw him, and he could see how much torture that girl had been through by looking into her eyes. If she was so strong, why wasn't she even defending herself? His brother, whom was said, had gotten supreme strength, hadn't even noticed his presence, while a girl, a mere girl, noticed in her condition. He knew he would have to see her again, after that foolish brother of his was finished with her. Why won't she protect herself? Is she stupid or something? He thought to himself. As Sasuke was done slashing through Sakura's clothes and cutting her cheeks, he finally gave up, and he left the house. Itachi saw the perfect opportunity to watch what that girl would do next. He watched her. She got a pen and paper and started writing, and she started crying. Why would she be crying over writing? She should have been crying about being nearly beaten to death. What was so important of what she was writing that would make her cry? He looked closely at what she was writing. She was nearly finished. It read, "Dear everyone, by the time you read this, I will be dead. I have been tortured for 3 years, and now, I'm done. I'm done with living in fear of what Sasuke, yes, Sasuke, of what he would do to me every time I get home. He would always think I have been sleeping around, and would beat me for hours, and I'm through. I always thought I was going to die loving Sasuke, and I was right. I love him so much, and now, I'm taking my own life, because of him. I'm sorry everyone, please forgive me. I don't want you guys to think of me as being selfish. I just couldn't live like this anymore. It's been slowing since the day it happened, and now, I'm going to bring peace back into my life. I'll be truly happy. I'll be safe from loving that bastard so much I wouldn't do a damn thing to do when he would practically try to me every night. Naruto, you wanted to know why you haven't seen me in a while. Here's the truth. Sasuke said, if I so much as talk to another man, he'd me, even if it were on a mission. That's why I took solo missions, and stayed at the hospital, to get away from him. I know you will make the best Hokage ever, and I hope you and Hinata luck. Please tell her I'm sorry, and that she was the best friend that she could ever be to me. I know you're wondering why I didn't tell you guys what was going on. It's because, he said if I said so much as a slap he caused me, then he would me. He told me he loved me, but he didn't. All he could care about is his damn clan. He could give a damn who he was hurting to get that. He is a selfish bastard, and he probably won't be able to Itachi, because he couldn't even notice he was watching me be beaten to death. I saw him, and he looked at me in pity, sympathy. I hate it. I hate it so much. I don't want to be pitied, but what I hate most is knowing that I'll never revive my own clan. Yes, I was the only one left in my clan as well. It ends with me, whether you know it or not. I'm glad I'm going through with this. I'll be the cheerful girl I was when I was 12. I'll actually have a true smile on my face in years. This is my last farewell. I love you all. Goodbye. Sakura Haruno. He looked in shock. This little girl, she would take her own life for his little brother. He certainly is foolish. Girls like that come around once every so often, and she was quite the treasure. She had beautiful curves, and beautiful emerald eyes, and pink hair, and it was natural. When does that happen? He watched her get a kunai out of her holster, and started to cut her wrists, slowly. He knew he had to stop her before she actually did do something. He jumped into the window, somewhat startling her. He grabbed the kunai out of her hand, and made her heal her wrist. I was wondering when you would actually come out of hiding, Itachi Uchiha, she said, coldly. He looked at her. Never had he seen someone so messed up in his life. Why did you stop me? I wanted to die, damn it. She said, angrily. He looked at her. He knew she was serious. You don't need to die, Cherry Blossom, you're too innocent to die this way. Innocence. Where the hell did you get off telling me what the hell to do with my damn life? She yelled at him. He looked at her in shock. She was brave. No one had ever yelled at him, and get away with it, he'd them right then and there. But she was different. She held promise. She seemed like she could make an excellent Akatsuki member. Stop staring at me. Why can't you leave me the hell alone? She yelled again. He grabbed her by the neck and pressed her against the wall. Silence, Haruno, or I might do something that you would hate. He threatened. Kill me. I don't give a flying. Me now. She yelled in his face. Do you need some damn motivation or something? She yelled, then spat in his face. He wiped the spit off, and glared at her. You really want to die, do you? So I won't give you that luxury. Think of it as a punishment. He said, in a formidable tone. You stupid bastard. Why won't you ing me? You weak piece of shit. His grip on her tightened, and he continued to glare at her. Stop this foolishness now. If you keep talking to me like that, then, I won't give you something that you want, he told her. You already won't. I want to die. Is that so damn hard to comprehend? She yelled as much as she could. Given that she was being choked while yelling, he let his grip go, and let her drop to the floor. Haruno, if you wish to become stronger, and leave this life behind, follow me. If not, then I guess you will yourself as soon as I leave. Her eyes widened. What do you mean, if you wish to become stronger crap? She asked. He let out a low chuckle, then looked at her. You would make an excellent Akatsuki member with the proper training, and you can forget this ever happened to you. I'll wipe away your memory, and you can become an Akatsuki, just as simple as that. He said. She looked at the ground. Would she really leave the place she had lived since birth, or would she just give it up? She thought for a while before he said anything. He looked at her again, and started to speak. I'll give you a week to decide, if you don't yourself before that, if that's all then. Before he could say anything else, Sakura spoke. I accept, she said, in monotone. He nodded, and had gestured her to follow him. She nodded and did, but then remembered she would need to bring some things with her. I need to get some things, if that's okay. He sighed and nodded. After 10 minutes she came back with her bag, and started to leave with him. XXX. It was morning, and Naruto thought he'd go to Sakura's house for a surprise, but when he got there he knocked the door, there was no answer. He broke in, and he started to look around. Then he saw the note. As he read it, rage began to build up within him, and sorrow. His sister, she'd herself, and it was Sasuke's fault. He immediately ran to Hinata and told her everything and showed her the note. She was just as shocked. She started to cry. She collapsed in Naruto's arms, and sobbed in his chest. Her best friend justed herself. She was just about to tell Sakura she was pregnant with Naruto's baby. No. She's still alive. She's just playing a prank. She wouldn't do that to everyone. She just wouldn't. She really wanted to believe that, but she couldn't. She looked into Naruto's eyes, and she knew he was going to Sasuke. He would do anything for Sakura, and herself, of course. They were very close to him. Sakura was only mean to him, because of Ino's influence, and her so-called family, which were just foster parents. She wanted to befriend Naruto, but couldn't, and Hinata, she was never mean to him. She's had a crush on him since forever. She could barely harm a fly. She was so sweet to him, when she could be. she was just too shy to talk to him at all. Naruto got up and looked Hinata in the eyes, and she knew he was going to see Sasuke, and beat him senseless, she knew him too well. XXX. As Naruto walked around, he finally found Sasuke, he became angrier than ever. Sasuke Tem, he yelled, getting his attention. What dobi? He asked, before Naruto punched him in the jaw. What the hell was that for? He yelled, before Naruto yelled at him. You ing bastard. Youed her. You inged her. Naruto punched him in the jaw again. Who the hell did I? Sakura-chan. You bastard. She inged herself because of you. Naruto yelled, sobbing. Sasuke put on a worried look that said, oh, shit. In it. What the hell are you talking about? I didn't do a damn thing to her. He yelled, trying not to blow it just yet, he'd have to have proof of him doing it, and, he didn't, so ha. This letter. She said, you were beating her. What the hell is wrong with you? She loves you, protects you, and you her. He yelled, trying to hit Sasuke again, but couldn't, his tears were overwhelming him, and he couldn't see clearly, and would make his hits off target. Before they could blink, Tsunade appeared, and she did not look happy. Naruto, Sasuke, why are you two disturbing the peace, yet again, and it better be a good reason, or I'll decapitate yours and sell them to some weirdo who likes body parts. I couldn't think of a better threat, I'm a little tired, so I'm not functioning right. Tsunade threatened. Temied Sakura-chan. Naruto yelled. Tsunade glared at Sasuke, he better be kidding Uchiha, or you're dead. I don't care if you are one of the last Uchihas alive, if you did anything to my apprentice, you are going to pay, dearly. Tsunade growled. Yeah, she was pissed, her apprentice was like her own daughter, she loved Sakura like her own daughter, and if anything ever happened to her, she would make sure whoever caused it, pay. I didn't, she'd her own damn self last time I checked. Sasuke said, smugly. Tsunade looked at him in shock, her student would never do that, unless it were something caused by a certain someone. Sakura'd herself because the bastard was beating her to death. Every night for 3 years. Naruto told her. She continued to glare at Sasuke. I knew it could be brought back to you, Sasuke Uchiha, are hereby sentenced to death. I don't need no damn elder's permission for this. She yelled, dragging him to Ibiki. When they got there, Tsunade told Ibiki everything. He glared at the Uchiha, he knew Sakura was way too good for him, and now, he made her commit suicide. He was not a happy camper. He treated Sakura like and she was an important part of the village, which she was the best medic nin in the world, she had surpassed Tsunade when she turned 19. She was also very strong in battle besides being a medic, she was a perfect package, he even thought Sakura would make an exceptional Hokage one day. He believed she was the strongest in her village and now, she is a dead soul put at rest from loving someone. Oh, how much he wanted to pummel Sasuke to the ground and make him suffer the way he made Sakura suffer, then make him take his own life like Sakura did. Tell me, Uchiha, Ibiki said, sternly. Tell you what, tell me why the hell you would do such a horrible thing, her, she not up to your standards. Or she wouldn't give you an heir. I wouldn't blame her. Who would marry a arrogant bastard like you? She wasted her life on you and now, she's dead, what now? Who would even want to produce you an heir after hearing what you did to a girl so full of life and so full of happiness, a girl who was always there when you needed her? She was such a good friend. You know, she even helped the Hyuga heiress with her shyness, and she stood by Uzumaki when everyone kept judging him for the nine-tailed fox. Hell, she even saved your life when you returned to Konoha. It's sad, you know. All she ever did was love you, and you just use her for your stupid clan. My clan is first priority. It is not stupid, it will be what it once was. Sasuke yelled. How so? Like I said, without a woman, you could produce no heir, and Sakura was the only one willing to even think about it, let alone accept it. She really was one of a kind. Emerald eyes, pink hair, never seen it in all my days, and she was such a sweetheart, she never liked to hurt anyone, or anything. Not even a bug. No matter how much she would hate something, she would never want to bring any harm to it unless she would have to. She had only one flaw. One little flaw to make her weak, he spoke. You. Just you. Who would have thought that a girl like Sakura would take her own life because of one person whom she loved so much? I bet no one saw it coming, Lady Hokage. She just continued to glare at Sasuke. She wanted to rip his insides out and feed it to him. Because of him, she'll never see her daughter's smiling face ever again. All that she'll see is her grave, covered in flowers. Wait, they never said they saw her body. Maybe she didn't herself yet. Ibiki. They never said anything about the body. Maybe she's still alive by some chance. Tsunade shouted. Get Naruto to search for her body. If she is not found, then she must have either been kidnapped, or ran away. Ibiki said calmly. Tsunade nodded, and she brought Naruto in. He was still pissed off, but Tsunade might have something to cheer him up. Naruto, did you see Sakura's body when you went to her house? No, I just saw the note. He replied. Well, I want you to look for her body. If you can't find her, then there is a chance of her still being alive. His face lit up. Really? She might be alive? He asked in enthusiasm. She nodded. Yes, Naruto. Now go. He nodded and started to run off to Sakura's house. For your sake, Uchiha. He better not find her, or I'll execute you on the spot. She threatened him again. XXX. As Naruto went through her house, all he saw was some blood, but not enough to die from, and he saw the window was broken, so he knew she was kidnapped, but by who? Wait, didn't she say in her letter that Itachi was there? Maybe he took her, but why? That's right, he's probably using her to get to him. That's the only reasonable explanation, but he didn't see any signs of a struggle. She went willingly. No, she couldn't, but then again, she couldn't be thinking clearly. He couldn't think anymore, so he just decided to search the house one more time, and he would return to Tsunade. Again, he found nothing but the small amount of blood in the broken window. He ran out of the house, and he started to run back to Tsunade. As he saw her, he knew she was getting ready to torture him. He wanted him to be tortured, but a part of him didn't. Why? That bastard deserves to be tortured. He tortured his best friend for 3 years, and he couldn't do anything about it. He couldn't save her, the last person he thought that would hurt her. He never suspected it to be herself. She looked too happy and cheerful to be hiding so much pain in. Well, I guess she finally learned how to control her feelings. He thought sadly. He started to cry. Tsunade saw, and thought that he had found the body, and started to beat him up, until he stopped her. What is it, Naruto? I didn't find her body, but I think I know what happened to her. What Naruto? Is she okay? She asked. She's with Itachi. Sasuke jumped up in anger. What the hell do you mean she's with my young brother? He yelled. Tsunade smacked him across the face. He glared at her, and she glared back. It's your own damn fault, you son of a bitch. If you didn't try to her every single night, then she'd still be here and not with your brother. Actually, I'm quite thankful to him. He saved my apprentice. I should really thank him one of these days. Tsunade said, trying to piss Sasuke off. Shut up. Shut up. He yelled. Naruto was the one to hit him this time, and he hit him hard. Thank you Sakura for the chakra lessons. He said to himself, while Sasuke glared at him and Tsunade. Ibiki left while Naruto was at Sakura's house. He said he didn't want to be around such trash as himself. Just wait until the whole village finds out. Sasuke will be the most hated person in Konoha and Suna. Gaara. He really liked Sakura. She was a true friend, and he sometimes wished to be more, but he knew she wanted to be with the Uchiha, so he just stuck with her as a friend, and when he heard this, there is no doubting that he will beat the living shit out of Sasuke. No one deserves what she went through. Naruto had just sent the letter to Gaara. It would take a day or two to reach, and when it did he would be down here in no time to hurt him severely. Naruto knows that. Hell, even Tamari and Kankuro loved Sakura. They thought she and Gaara would be a perfect couple, but Gaara told them it would never happen, and now, it probably won't. Wait until Kakashi finds out, he'll surely beat the hell out of you too. Ah, the irony, and karma, doesn't it? Naruto said to Sasuke. He just ignored him, he hoped he wouldn't really tell Kakashi. Kakashi was like a father figure to him, and he sure as hell will beat him to a pulp when he finds out. XXX. As Sakura and Itachi ran through the forests, she saw he kept giving her glances ever so often, it was starting to piss her off. Why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer. She said viciously. He laughed, she looked surprised, the Uchiha Itachi laughed, and she caused it. Why are you laughing? She asked. You amuse me, Cherry Blossom. He said, simply. She became annoyed and turned her head. Jackass. She said to herself. He laughed again, which annoyed her. When are we going to be there? I'm becoming very impatient, she said, with a pout. Soon, Cherry Blossom, soon. Whatever, I've heard that millions of times, and it really means shut the hell up, you're giving me a headache. He laughed again. What's so damn funny? You, Cherry Blossom, you're the only person to stick up to me, you're quite the brave little kunoichi, but if you don't mind me asking, why didn't you defend yourself against my foolish little brother? He saw her twitch. I wouldn't really feel comfortable explaining my personal life with someone who probably doesn't give a damn. She said, harshly. Now that's where you're wrong, Cherry Blossom, I'm actually quite interested in you, and I would like to know why you wouldn't show my little brother who's the boss, and you just let him beat you to death. She sighed. She knew he wouldn't get off her case if she didn't tell him soon. I loved him, okay. It's a little hard to do things to people you love, but you probably wouldn't understand, seeing as your family whom cared about you. She said, in an ominous tone. He knew she was angry, but he just loved to tempt her, it was just so easy, so get her talking. That's why you shouldn't have feelings, they make you weak, and you can't do anything. You think I don't know that? If you don't, then you're a idiot. She spat at him. We're almost there, Sakura. He said, ignoring her comment about him being an idiot. You're just saying that to make me shut the hell up. I know how the world works, it's cruel, and deceitful, don't think you can fool me so easily, it won't work, I promise you that. I already know that, Cherry Blossom. We really are almost there. Oh, I just remembered I have to wipe your memory, would you like that, or not? He asked. Only the part where I loved Sasuke, that's all I want to forget, so it won't make me weak if I see him again, and I would be able to fight him. He nodded, and activated his Mangekyo Sharingan. She looked in his eyes and she went unconscious. He picked her up, and he carried her to the base, he couldn't have her knowing where it was until he could trust her. As Itachi entered the base, there stood 5 of remaining 6 Akatsuki including Itachi, Kisame, Deidara, Tobi, Konan, and Leader, also known as Pain. They looked at Itachi, and saw he was carrying a girl. What is a girl doing here, Itachi? Is she another one of your whores? Pain asked. No, she is Sakura Haruno, the Hokage's apprentice, and also a very skilled fighter, besides her being a medic nin, and she is very brave, and I thought she would make a good addition to us. Itachi spoke freely. If you think she is that good, I'll interview her as soon as she wakes up, but anyways, you have a mission with Kisame, and I need you two to go now, Deidara will watch the girl, here is the scroll, now get going. Pain said, handing the scroll to Itachi, and Kisame. They nodded, and they left, and they gave Sakura to Deidara, who was confused. Why the hell do I have to babysit this little girl, He said before a punch connected to his jaw, it was from Sakura, but she was still asleep. Don't underestimate me, she said, still sleeping. Deidara cried out in pain. OWWW, that hurt, Konan let out a slight chuckle, while Pain laughed at Deidara's pain. She's a keeper, she could even beat someone up in her sleep, and she made it humorous for me. Pain said, still laughing a little bit. Toby thinks she's pretty, Toby said. Everyone looked at him with a WTF look. What? Did Toby say something wrong? Everyone's sweat dropped. Wait. She's the girl WHOED Donna, Then cried out in pain again. Conan hit him on the head. What the hell was that for? For being an idiot. She's still asleep. Leave her alone, or I'll give you a much worse beating than you could ever imagine. Pain. Let me watch her. Deidara is too brain dead for the job. I'm not brain dead. Pain sighed. Yes, Conan. You can watch her. I trust you with her more than an idiot. Why does everyone think I'm an idiot? Because everything you say is stupid. Sakura said in her sleep. See, even she thinks so, and she's asleep. Conan pointed out. He pouted, and he left to his room. Conan looked at the girl and sighed. The girl was probably very tired and would want to sleep in a bed. Pain. I'm going to put her in a bed. He nodded. Can Toby come? She sighed. Whatever, Toby. Just be quiet. He nodded, excitedly. They headed off to Conan's room. Just then she started to wonder why she had cuts on her cheeks, and her clothes were torn apart. She'll ask her when she wakes up, and they didn't have an annoying pest with them. Conan. She didn't really like Toby. Hinata was walking through the town, wondering if Sakura was truly happy now. She was such a good friend to her, and would always be there for her, and she failed her. She should have known something was up with her from the beginning. If she could do something, anything, Sakura would still be there with everyone, and not dead. Sakura was supposed to be their bridesmaid at the wedding. She promised she wouldn't do that. Sakura, please, come back, we miss you so much. Hinata said, sad. She really wanted to see Sakura right now. Then, rage began to fill the young Hiraisa's heart. If it weren't for Sasuke, then Sakura would be there smiling, and playing with everyone, and helping her with her pregnancy, and she was supposed to be beating Naruto up for saying something stupid. She wished to see Sakura at least one more time. Hinata-chan. She turned around and saw Naruto, and he was smiling. What, Naruto-kun? Sakura-chan still might be alive. Hinata felt relieved. She found out her friend wasn't dead yet. How do you know, Naruto-kun? She asked. She isn't in her house, so that means she didn't do it yet, but she probably went with Itachi somewhere, so she's still safe, I hope. She went willingly. By the look of her house there wasn't a struggle, so she's safe. He exclaimed. Really? She's alive? Hinata asked. Hopefully. Naruto smiled, and he nodded. She collapsed into his arms again, and she started to cry. It's okay, Hinata-chan, she's fine, she'll come back to us soon, I know it, she's just angry at the tem, so she'll probably be back as soon as she feels like it, okay? She nodded, but she kept into his arms. She didn't want to let go. She wanted to feel safe. For Sakura, she looked up and gave Naruto a little kiss on the lips, and he returned it. As they broke the kiss, they were panting and blushing. Naruto-kun, are you sure? I just miss her so much. I just want her to be okay. Don't worry, Hinata-chan. Sakura is very strong, and I bet she'll be fine once she comes back. She'll be cooled down, and she'll be thinking more clearly, and she'll beat the hell out of Tem, and everything will be okay again. I hope you're right, Naruto-kun. He grinned. Of course I am. I'm going to be the next Hokage. Datbeo. Hinata giggled. Naruto always made her feel better. When Sakura comes back, she is so going to hurt her for leaving, and then give her a hug, or the other way around, whichever one works. She kissed Naruto again, and she knew she had to tell Naruto. Naruto-kun. She got his attention. Yeah, Hinata-chan. She took a deep breath, and she told him, I'm pregnant, Naruto-kun. His face lit up, and he picked her up, happily. Really, Hinata-chan? OMG, Hinata-chan, you're pregnant. He yelled, hyperly. Hinata, she was giggling through the whole thing. Naruto-kun, if we find Sakura-chan, can I talk to her first? She asked. Of course, Hinata-chan. She's your best friend too. Thank you, Naruto-kun. As soon as I see her, I'm going to give a big talking, and she'll regret ever leaving, and not telling us. She said, evilly. Hinata-chan, I never knew you had a devilish side. She blushed. I guess, it only comes out every once so often. She said, still blushing. Naruto grinned, and kissed her. She started to giggle. Naruto-kun, shouldn't we go home? It's getting a little late, it's almost midnight. He sighed, okay, Hinata-chan, let's go. He said, dragging her back to their house. XXX. Dream sequence. Sakura was running through the forests. She was running from him. Again, she had to get away before he caught her again. She was running low on chakra, so she was slowing down. She decided to lay low. For just a while, she would mask her chakra, and she could hide. That's all she could do. She couldn't protect herself, because the person she loved was the one who was hurting her. She was hoping he wouldn't find her. She thought she had a good hiding place, but she was wrong. He found her. Sasuke, please, don't. I love you. Don't hurt me, she said, sobbing. He looked at her, with a demonic glint in his eyes, and smirked. Sakura, come here, I want to give you something. She stood still. She knew this game. He would always trick her, by saying he was giving her something. What he meant was, get over here, I'm going to beat you to death. When he saw her standing still, he grabbed her arm, forcefully, and started to beat her. Stop, please, stop, she begged. He continued to beat her. When I tell you to do something, you do it. He said, punching her in the face. No, 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 she yelled. End dream sequence. No. She woke up, and thought to herself. Where am I? It looks like you're finally up. A woman with blue hair said to her. She got up, and she got into defense stance. Relax, I'm not going to hurt you. I'm Conan, I'm watching you. What's your name? She asked, nicely. Sakura. She replied. Nice to meet you, Sakura. If you don't mind me asking, why are your cheeks and your clothes all cut up? She asked. Sakura became silent. It's okay if you don't want to talk about it, I was just curious. She apologized. It's okay, it's something kinda personal, but since you took care of me, I guess I could tell you. If you don't tell anyone, only Itachi and you will know. This got Conan's attention. Itachi knows. What is it? Well, you know about Itachi's little brother, right? Yes. What about him? He did this to me. It was silent for a moment. Oh, I'm sorry, but why didn't you stop him? I don't remember. Maybe you should ask Itachi. He probably knows. Since I told him to take some of my memories, I just told him to take my memory of why I didn't stop him, which I have no clue is, but whatever it was, then I guess, it was really big for me not to defend myself. She felt her stomach grumble and blushed. I'm a little hungry. Do you guys have any food? Yes, I'll get you something. You just stay in bed, you're probably still tired. Sakura nodded and Conan left the room. Sakura was staring at the ceiling. She was thinking about why she didn't stop him. Then, she started to sing. She never slows down, she doesn't know why, but she knows that when she's all alone feels like it's all coming down. Sakura started the song. Not knowing what she was actually singing, she just started singing. She won't turn around, the shadows are long and she fears if she cries that first tear the tears will not stop raining down. Sakura started to cry a little bit, but she continued to sing. So stand in the rain, stand your ground, stand up when it's all crashing down, you stand through the pain, you won't drown, and one day what's lost can be found, you stand in the rain. Sakura stopped crying. She knew it wouldn't help any to cry, so she stopped. She won't make a sound alone in this fight with herself and the fears whispering if she stands she'll fall down. She wants to be found, the only way out is through everything she's running from, wants to give up and lie down. Sakura kept singing, but now silently. She couldn't believe how much the song she was singing sounded like her. So stand in the rain, stand your ground, stand up when it's all crashing down. You stand through the pain, you won't drown, and one day what's lost can be found. You stand in the rain, so stand in the rain, stand your ground, stand up when it's all crashing down. You stand through the pain, you won't drown, and one day what's lost can be found. Konan Jsut got back from getting Sakura some food. When she heard her singing, she sounded beautiful, but the song was so sad. Maybe she knew why she hadn't stopped the younger Uchiha from harming her. So stand in the rain, stand your ground, stand up when it's all crashing down. You stand through the pain, you won't drown, and one day what's lost can be found. You stand in the rain. Sakura ended the song, and Konan entered the room. That was really beautiful, Sakura. I didn't know you could sing. Sakura blushed. Sorry, it just came out of me for some reason. She apologized. No need to apologize, it was very good, I loved every minute of it. She complimented her. Thank you, Konan-chan, it's okay if I call you that, right? Konan smiled. Sure, Saku-chan, if it's okay if I call you that. She nodded. Konan gave her the food she gathered from the kitchen. She surprising, ate it all. I guess she must have been really hungry. Saku-chan, you need to go to leader, he wants to talk to you. Okay. Konan-chan, where's his office? She asked. Here, I'll walk you there, it's pretty close by. Thanks, Konan-chan. Konan smiled again. No problem, Saku-chan, I hope you'll like it better than Konoha. I heard that place was horrible. It has its ups and downs, but it's okay. Oh, don't forget to slash your Hitai-8 forehead protector. Sakura nodded, and she slashed her Hitai-8 without hesitation. Man, this place is nice. Well, Konan-chan is, so I'm guessing everything else is too. Sakura thought to herself. I'm back, baby. Yeah, inner Sakura yelled. No, I thought I got rid of you in therapy. Sakura yelled to her inner self. That's where you went wrong. Therapy never works. Haha. Damn it. I spent good money on it too. Well, where were you anyways? IDK. You were sleeping with someone's inner self again, weren't you? Maybe. You disappoint me, you're such a. Sakura yelled to her inner self. Well, I'm you, so, you're a 2. Ha, I'm still a virgin, how the hell can I be a 2? I can't even believe you're a part of me, you're the dumbest thing in this damn world. Sakura said to her inner. Fine, be that way, I'm not going to tell you whose inner I slept with. NYA. Inner Sakura said, sticking her tongue out. Annoying Sakura, whose inner did you sleep with? Sakura asked. Itachi-kun's. Man, he is so good. Inner Sakura said, drooling. Sakura twitched. Itachi, he has an inner. OMG, I can't believe you. Out of everyone, it has to be him. What were you thinking? He's an S-rank criminal. He could you. Sakura yelled at her inner, again. No, he can't, inners can't other inners, they can only the outers, that's it, so I'm safe. You won't be, when I find a way to get rid of you. Sakura yelled again. You can't, the only way to get rid of me, is to yourself, and we both know you wouldn't, so, haha. Maybe, if you weren't too busy humping Itachi's inner self, then you would know that I would. Hell, I was about to, too. Sakura yelled. Konan watched as Sakura kept changing her expressions. She was wondering what she thinking about. She saw how angry she had gotten at one point. She wished she knew what was going on in her mind. Saku-chan. Are you okay? Konan asked, cautiously, because she didn't want to get hurt. Since Sakura looked a little angry, she saw Sakura look up, and she had a somewhat sad look in her eyes. Yes, Konan-chan. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention, what was it that you asked? Konan sighed. We're here, Saku-chan, just knock, and he'll let you in. Thanks, Konan-chan, Sakura said, happily, totally ignoring the fight she had had with her inner self. As she knocked on the door, she was granted entrance. Leader-san. You wished to talk to me? Sakura said, timidly. Yes, Haruno Sakura, don't be nervous, all I want to talk about is your abilities. if you were to join us, so what are those abilities? He asked. Oh, I'm a medic nin, trained by the legendary Tsunade, of the 3 legendary Sennin, and I have surpassed her abilities. I have inhuman strength, I'm very experienced in genjutsu, and fairly well in taijutsu, and I'm very well in ninjutsu about the same level as I am in genjutsu. Is there anything else you would like to ask if I have experience in, Leader-san? He smirked. No, you will be tested as soon as you leave this room, and if you pass, you're in, if not, you die. If that's all, you may leave, and remember this, if you ever betray Akatsuki, you will pay, with your life. Pain said, darkly. Sakura nodded, and she left the room. Sakura exited the room, with caution. She knew she would have to, if she would want to join Akatsuki. She saw Conan and saw her with some blonde-haired guy. What was his name again? Oh, yeah, it was Deidara. Sasuke claimed to have him. Stupid bastard, he probably can't tell when someone's dead or not. PFFT. Hey, Saku-chan, come over here. I want you to officially meet Deidara. He's nice once you know him, but as you said, everything he says is stupid. I did. Conan looked at her weirdly. Yeah, last night, we were fighting on him being stupid, and you said he was, because everything he says was stupid. Are you okay? I'm not stupid, Deidara said, completely ignoring Conan's question to Sakura. I'm fine, Conan-chan, I guess I just forgot, or something. Sakura said, hesitantly, making Conan worry more. Are you sure, Saku-chan? You've been acting weird ever since you ate. It's starting to sorta scare me, and that takes a lot. Ask Deidara here, he's known me for years, he knows me like the back of his hand. Then again, maybe you shouldn't, he's too stupid to find it, just take my word for it, okay? I'm not stupid, Stop telling people I'm stupid, Deidara yelled. Sakura laughed. I'll tell you later, Conan-chan, I need to stay alert for my test, you know. She nodded. I understand. Well, when you're done, tell me, Kay. Come on, Deidara, you're going with me to get some things. Conan said, with an evil smile. Deidara's eyes widened. No, I don't wanna die, Deidara yelled, making Sakura laugh harder. As Conan dragged Deidara out of the room, he was kicking and screaming about him not wanting to die. Sakura found it very entertaining, so she continued to watch until they were out of her sight. She sighed. She knew that the test was going to come at her without her expecting it, so she'll have to be on her guard until it was over, which she knew was going to be a long time. She knew that the Akatsuki liked to tool with people's minds, and this was a test of patience, so put that together, and you get the perfect tool for destroying someone's mind. She would be on alert forever, so they will also see her willpower, and her ability to wait, which was something she had gotten very good at. Since Kakashi had always been late, she learned to become patient, so she wouldn't bash his skull in for being late all the time. She laughed at the memories of Team 7, but it was immediately brought back to Sasuke. She doesn't know why, but she feels something weird when she says, or when she remembers his name. All she could think of a feeling she felt, was hate. She hated the Uchiha for all he has done to her. When they were kids, he wouldn't even acknowledge her existence. She was 6. And he couldn't even give her a hint that he knew she lived. When she was signed to Team 7, she was so happy that she was on Sasuke's team, and that she could make him love her, and to tease Ino in the process. Sakura just snapped herself out of those memories. She had to focus, or she would die, and she didn't want to die anymore. She liked Conan and she wanted to talk to her more, and she thought Deidara was really funny too, so she could probably have some fun with him. She put on an evil smirk thinking about what she could do to him. Sakura, again, pushed those thoughts away for another time. All she could do is await for her test. XXX. Sasuke was still being held by Tsunade. She wouldn't let him leave at all. She was waiting for Kakashi to come back from his mission. He, out of all people, would be able to get to Sasuke, and she knew it, which made her even more anxious to return. Just wait until Kakashi comes back. You will be in more trouble than you can imagine, Uchiha, Tsunade said, darkly, and she held a smirk that was all but happy. He knew that she was serious, and he was screwed as soon as Kakashi came back. He just counted the days he would have to recover from his beating. As the days passed, Kakashi was still not there. No one had seen him, no one. Tsunade began to worry, as did Sasuke, but he was also relieved that he was still safe from being pummeled to the ground. Tsunade started to get worried, and she sent him a letter. 2 days passed before she got a reply. Kakashi said he was attacked, but was okay, and he would be back in about a day, or less. Tsunade turned to Sasuke, and she grinned at him, evilly. I hope you like the hospital, kid, because that's going to be your new home by the time Kakashi gets back here, Tsunade said, darkly. Sasuke shrugged, but inside he knew he was so screwed. 1 day passed, and Kakashi finally returned. Hello, Kakashi, would you so kindly come over here to talk? Tsunade asked, shadily. He sighed, yes, Hokage-sama. He asked, I wanted you to know something about your former students, Haruno Sakura, and Uchiha Sasuke. This got his attention. Yes, what about them? Are they hurt? Kakashi asked, anxiously. He wouldn't forgive himself if they were. I think I should bring Sasuke before we get any farther in this conversation, he nodded. Tsunade grabbed Sasuke from his apartment, and she began from there. Well, I think Sasuke should tell you himself. Go ahead, Sasuke. He glared at her, and she glared back. I beat Sakura nearly to death, he mumbled. What was that, Sasuke? Kakashi asked. I'll answer for you, Uchiha. Uchiha here has been beating Sakura for the past 3 years, and now, Kakashi looked at Sasuke. Sasuke saw anger in his eyes, and disappointment. Now what? Is she dead? Sasuke, I'm very disappointed in you, Lady Tsunade. Is she dead? Kakashi said, sadly. Well, Kakashi, we don't know. She was going to commit suicide after Sasuke beat her one night, but there is also a chance she is with the notorious Itachi Uchiha. Kakashi's eyes widened when he heard that name, Itachi Uchiha. Lady Tsunade, may I have a moment with Sasuke, please? She nodded. Of course, Kakashi, I've been waiting for you to talk to him forever. You have all the time in the world. Good luck, Sasuke, you'll need it. Tsunade left the two alone. Sasuke looked at his former teacher, and knew he was going to get it now. Sasuke, how could you do this? Sakura was always kind to you, she loved you, and she even took you back after you came back from Orochimaru. Are you sane? Kakashi yelled. Sasuke, I have never been so disgusted with someone in my life. You are lower than trash, beating up Sakura, for what? What did she do to receive every one of your beatings? Did she not love you enough? I doubt it. That little girl loved you with all her heart, and now you go on and do something so stupid, and she broke. Sasuke, I have always thought of you as one of my own children, but now, I guess I was wrong to think that, because my child would never take advantage of someone who loved them. Sasuke, I even thought you would take Sakura and treat her with respect, and you would revive your clan with her, and you'd be happy. What were you thinking? Damn it, Sasuke. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Kakashi yelled, as he picked Sasuke up by his collar, and punched him. No, I am not going to sink to your level and beat you up. Instead, I'm going to make you give up your plan for revenge. I know Sakura would want that, or would have, if she in fact has already taken her life. Because of you, a beautiful woman might be laying dead in her own blood, because she was being hurt continuously by the one she loved. Sasuke, I will never forgive you for what you have done to Sakura. She was also like family to me. I loved her, maybe not in a romantic kind of way, but she was like a little sister to me, and I may never see her again, because of you. Kakashi said, harshly. Sasuke was really hurt by what his former sensei was telling him. He knew, deep inside, his sensei was right. Sasuke just stared at the ground, to avoid showing him that what he was saying was actually getting to him. he didn't want to show weakness, because his brother had told him emotions were a weakness. Is any of this getting to you, Sasuke? Please tell me it is, if not, you're more cold-hearted than I had thought. Kakashi said, angrily. Sasuke looked up to see his face. His expression was very hard. Kakashi wasn't the one to get mad easily, but he knew he would make an exception if it would knock some sense to him. Kakashi-sensei, I understand. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm sorry, Sasuke said, with a true face, filled with sadness and regret. I'm glad you do, but I hope you know that you will have to earn my trust back, and I know right now, it will take a very long time. Sasuke, if she is still alive, you apologize to her, you shouldn't be apologizing to me, for what you did to her. Sasuke nodded. Tsunade re-entered the room, looking unsatisfied, probably because she wanted to hear Sasuke begging for mercy. What's wrong, Lady Tsunade? Mad that Kakashi didn't me? Sasuke said, with a smirk. Don't push your luck, Uchiha, if he won't hurt you, doesn't mean I won't, and believe me, you don't want that, it'll be very painful, so if you still want to live, don't you dare break as much as one law, or you'll be on your next trip to America. Tsunade threatened. Sasuke's eyes widened. America? What the hell is America? Sasuke yelled. A very far country. Now if you want to visit it, I'll give you a ticket, called my fists. Tsunade threatened. Again. Kakashi just sighed, and he watched the two battle. It was very annoying, so he brought out his little orange book, which got their attention. Tsunade hit him upside the head. What was that for? For bringing that perverted book out in front of me. Tsunade yelled. Kakashi sighed. Sasuke snickered. Idiots. Tsunade said to herself, and left. Sasuke spoke first. Can I have a look? Kakashi looked at Sasuke in shock. I didn't know you read this kind of thing, Sasuke, but whatever. Kakashi said, handing his book to Sasuke. Sasuke began from the beginning, and surprisingly, read through it quickly, and smirked. I should have started reading earlier, this is pretty good. Sasuke said, continuing to smirk. XXX. Sakura was still waiting for her test, alert as she ever could, nothing caught her off guard, she was aware of her surroundings, and she knew the test will be soon, she could feel it. Sakura felt a presence behind her, and she got ready for any kind of attack. She turned her head around to see who it was, and it was Itachi. What are you doing here, Itachi? She asked. He smirked. Perceptive as ever, I knew I was right to think you would be very useful to Akatsuki, even after we got the Kyuubi. Sakura's expression changed. She felt angry, but then she decided to hide it. She couldn't let anyone see her reacting to her emotions, it could be part of the test. So, you were using me to get close to Naruto. Too bad, he won't come, I know him like the backside of my hand, and I know he ain't coming, sorry to burst your bubble, Itachi. Sakura said, coldly. Itachi laughed, who was this girl fooling? She could barely fool herself. I know you're just faking it, Sakura, you aren't strong, you're just all talk and no show, what a shame, I thought you would be some use, guess not. He said, coldly, she didn't pay attention to him, she couldn't lose control, she'd refuse to. You can say all you want, Itachi, you can say I'm weak, and I'm worthless, but, I don't care what the hell you tell me, so it won't matter, you're just wasting your breath speaking to me, and you're wasting time you could be using to train, but instead, you choose to bother me, nothing I would have expected Itachi Uchiha to do. Sakura said, coldly, she knew she was probably going to get it, but hey. She had a good run, she should at least enjoy it. Itachi looked at Sakura, she had no fear of what he could do to her, she, in fact knew it was all a test, she proved she was worthy to be in Akatsuki. She showed patience, how to keep her emotions in check, and she proved that she could say anything without fear. Sakura, you know, that you just insulted me, right, and yet, you have no fear, nor regret. No, my only regret would be not telling you off before you me, because I knew a little friend of mine would like to see the look on your face. Sakura said, Confidentially. Itachi looked at Sakura. What did she mean, a little friend? He was confused by almost everything this girl would say, which was saying a lot, since he is a genius. He sighed. Who said I was going to you, Cherry Blossom? And who is your little friend? He asked. She sighed. Someone inner Itachi would know a lot about. Sakura said, annoyed. He looked at her in shock. How did she know he had an inner self? How did you know of that, Cherry Blossom? My inner told me. She's a little, and she had a little fun with inner Itachi. Don't ask me, ask your inner. This is too damn disturbing already. Sakura said, disgusted. Itachi just started to think to his inner self, to see what the hell she meant. I know you're there. What is she talking about? If you don't tell me, you are so going to get it. Itachi threatened. Come on, we can talk about this without you hurting me. Inner Itachi asked. Itachi just glared. What the hell did you do? It wasn't my fault. She was just so damn sexy. Inner Itachi said, drooling. Who was so damn sexy? Inner Sakura. Man, the things she can do with her tongue. Inner Itachi continued to drool. Itachi just got what happened. You slept with Sakura's inner self. What the hell were you thinking? Itachi yelled. Do you understand now, Itachi? Man, inners are such pervs, especially mine, I hate her sometimes. Sakura said, annoyed. I know what you mean, I wish we could get rid of them. We could, but it isn't very subtle. Sakura said, with a defeated look on her face. Which is, you have to commit suicide. Frankly, I don't feel like doing that anymore, so it's. She said, with a sigh of distress. Itachi looked at her. She really did look beautiful. Wait, what was he thinking? Exclamation mark. She is 7 years younger than him. He shouldn't be thinking this. He's Itachi Uchiha for God's sake. Itachi, are you okay? Sakura asked, sweetly. Itachi looked at her, and just looked away. Sakura pouted. Fine. Be anhole, see if I care. She said, coldly, and she left. Itachi sighed. Why was he thinking about her? Out of every single girl in the world. Why her? Sakura lay in her bed, well, Conan's bed, and stared at the ceiling, thinking about Itachi. Wait, why Itachi? Because he was all she could think about. He was probably the only man she could ever feel comfortable around and tell him everything. Hell, she had even told him about inner. She never told anyone about her inner self. She felt like they'd reject her if she did. Conan entered the room, and Sakura immediately got up, and she looked at Conan. Hey, Conan-chan, what's up? Leader wants to talk to you, he said. It's urgent. Sakura nodded, and she got up and went straight to his office. You wanted to talk to me, Leader-sama? Yes, I wanted to tell you that you passed the test. Congratulations, you are now a part of Akatsuki. Conan will give you your cloak and ring as soon as you leave his room. Sakura nodded, and he gestured her to leave, and she did. When she exited the room, she was greeted by Conan, Deidara, Tobi, Hidan, Kisame, and Itachi. Congrats, Saku-chan. I'm so glad there will be another girl in the house. Stupid boys, too much damn testosterone in this place. Sakura laughed. Shut the up, Conan. You're so annoying. Hidan yelled. Why don't you shut the up, you older? Sakura yelled. Everyone looked at her. What? You little bitch, you talk to me like that again, I'll you. Hidan yelled. Doubt it. You couldn't even a mother fly, you stupid son of a bitch. Sakura cursed him out. Everyone watched in to see what would happen. It's not every day someone tries to out-curse Hidan, so this could get interesting. Damn, this bitch is brave. No one tries to curse out Hidan, Kisame said to Itachi. Believe it or not, she even cursed me out. Itachi replied. Kisame looked at him, and then at Sakura. He knew she had some guts to actually curse out Itachi. No one had ever done that and lived. Why didn't you her? I know every time someone had done that, they were dead the next second, so why spare her? Kisame asked. Itachi shrugged. He didn't think he should tell him that death would be what she wanted. Everyone was still watching the battle between Sakura and Hidan, and surprisingly, Sakura was winning. When will you ing give up? You ing bitch. Just shut the up and it'll be ing over, damn it. Hidan yelled. Sakura smirked. Why don't you give the up? Yo mother ing bastard. You so ing old, I bet ing Jesus met your mother ing old. She yelled. That ended it. Sakura won. No questions, she just won. Wow, no one has ever beat Hidan at cursing, Deidara said, amazed. Toby thinks Sakura senpai is the best. Damn it, Toby. Shut up. Conan yelled. Okay. Conan senpai. Toby said. And he left. Conan-chan, HWO the hell did he make it into Akatsuki? Sakura asked. I have no damn clue what Pain was thinking, I think he was on something. Conan said, sighing. Well, what should we do now? Sakura asked. I'm tired, so I'm going to bed, see you guys later. Sakura said, as she left to Conan's room. Let's take Sakura's idea and get some sleep, good night, everyone. Conan said to everyone, and left. Gaara was at his desk, checking the ninja records, when he heard a knock at the door, he granted them entrance. What is it, Baki? Gaara asked. A letter from Konoha has arrived, they said, it wasn't about any wars, but was still important. Please, let me see the letter. Baki nodded and passed him the note, and Gaara began to read the note. Dear Kazekage-sama, there is proof to believe that Haruno Sakura is dead, the cause, suicide. Uchiha Sasuke has been continuously harming her for the past 3 years, and it seems as though that she has cracked, and she has committed suicide. We had just wanted to present you with this information because of your relation with her, and your villages. If you would like to come down, I accept, other than that, there is nothing else to say. Thank you for your time, Kazekage-sama. Sincerely, Lady Hokage. Gaara stared at the letter in anger, the Uchiha was hurting her, and she is most likely dead. Baki saw the look in Gaara's eyes, and knew it was bad. Is everything okay, Kazekage-sama? Baki asked in a concerned tone. No, I must go to Konoha for a while, if that is possible, there is something I must do. Gaara said. Baki looked at him, and wondered what was so bad that he would have to go to Konoha. What did the letter say, Kazekage-sama? A very close friend of mine is more than likely dead, and I am going to get more information on her death. Gaara said, angry. What was her name? Baki asked. Haruno Sakura, the world's best medic nin. Baki looked at Gaara and knew he had strong feelings for her. I am very sorry, Kazekage-sama. You may ask Kankuro or Tamari to watch the village while you're away. I'll need Tamari to come with me. Kankuro will watch things while I'm gone, is that understood? Yes, Kazekage-sama, would you please get Tamari for me? Baki nodded, and he left. Gaara started to think about Sakura. She was the only girl he had any feelings for, and she was probably dead. He couldn't wait until he had his hands on the Uchiha. He would wring his neck, he would snap it like a twig. He knew he shouldn't have let the Uchiha near Sakura, and now she's probably laying in her blood, because of him. Tamari entered the room. You wanted to see me, Gaara? Yes, we are going to Konoha, your things, and hurry. Gaara said. Tamari looked at the seriousness in his eyes. Gaara, what's wrong? Gaara felt tears form in his eyes, but just pushed them back. Sakura might be dead. I'm going to take care of the reason that made her status. Temari's eyes widened. Sakura's dead. Who the hell caused it? I'll rip them limb from limb. Tamari fumed. She was pissed. She thought of Sakura as a little sister, and now she's dead. How the hell can she not be pissed? Tamari, calm down. You can beat the Uchiha up as soon as we get there. Well, after me, of course. Gaara said, with an evil glint in his eyes. Tamari looked at her brother, and realized that he just told her who hurt Sakura. The Uchiha did it. All ing him. Tamari yelled. Tamari, I told you to calm down, you can him after I do. Gaara said, trying to shut her up. Tamari, eventually calmed down, and then she got her things and met Gaara at the gate. Gaara, hit the Uchiha twice as hard for me, ya hear? Kankuro yelled from behind them. Don't worry, Kankuro, he's going to be in the hospital for a very long time after we're done with him, right Gaara? Gaara stayed silent. Temari sighed. Take care of the village while we're gone, or you're going to end up worse than the Uchiha when we're done with him. Temari threatened, playfully. Gaara and Temari left through the gates, and they started to run off to Konoha. XXX. Tsunade was still watching Sasuke. She couldn't trust him, not after what he did to Sakura, her little girl, the girl was her daughter. She adopted her when her foster parents were in a war with the Mist Village. Sakura was the light of Konoha. She made everyone happy, even when she couldn't even make herself happy, and she will find her, and she will make her beat the hell out of the Uchiha for what he did to her. Just then, a messenger bird came through the window, was carrying a letter. She grabbed the letter and she began to read. Dear Lady Hokage, I wanted to inform you that, Temari and I, are going to arrive in Konoha in about 2 days, and that, she and I would like to talk to Uchiha, if you don't mind sparing a hospital room for him, that is all. Thank you for your time, Lady Hokage. Sincerely. Cage, Gaara. Tsunade grinned at the letter. She knew she could always count on the Sand Sibs. They are going to take care of the Uchiha for her. Ah, don't you love torture in the morning? Tsunade then looked at Sasuke, and he glared. Uchiha, you better make your will, because Temari and Gaara of Suna are coming down here for a visit, and they are not in the best mood about what you did to Sakura, so you're going to be in the hospital for a very long time. I hope you like hospital food, because you're going to eat nothing but it. Sasuke continued to glare at Tsunade, then realized that Gaara and Temari were going to kick his. He became somewhat scared, because Temari hit hard, thanks to Sakura, who taught her. Sasuke immediately felt regret when he said her name. He never wanted to hurt Sakura. He didn't know what was happening to him. He was never violent to her, cold-hearted, but never violent. Was Orochimaru behind this? No, he couldn't be. He's dead, but Kabuto. Kabuto could have used some forbidden jutsu and revived him, and he's the one causing this. Tsunade noticed Sasuke's intense thinking. What is he thinking about? Tsunade thought OT herself. She just decided to ask him, no matter how much she hated him. What are you thinking about, Uchiha? She asked. He smirked. Why would I tell someone something that doesn't concern them? Sasuke said, keeping his smirk. Tsunade started to glare at him, knowing he was trying to piss her off. Uchiha, I know you're thinking about Sakura, and since she's my daughter, I have every right to know. If you knew what I was thinking about, then why did you ask? Uchiha, stop trying to piss me off, you have done too much of that already, just tell me what you are thinking about, so I won't have to force it out of you. Sasuke sighed. He knew she wasn't going to give up, he might as well tell her. I think Orochimaru has been the one who has been making me act this way, and I know you're thinking I'm just trying to make up an excuse. Well, you're wrong, I know he's dead, but Kabuto isn't, so he could have used a forbidden jutsu to revive him, or so I'm thinking. Is that good enough for you? Tsunade just sighed. She knew that the kid was probably telling the truth, but it's still his fault. If he never went to Orochimaru, then he wouldn't be able of controlling. Uchiha, I can't trust you, but if it were true, you are still to blame. Tsunade said, coldly, his eyes turned to her. How the hell is this my fault? He yelled. If you didn't go to Orochimaru, then he couldn't have put any kind of device on you so he could control you, so yes. It is all your fault, and your damn revenge. By the way, Kakashi was being serious. You will give up your revenge, and you will only focus on the revival of your clan, which I know will be difficult, knowing that many people know what you did to Sakura, and many of them want to kick your, especially Shikamaru. He really cared for Sakura, like an older brother would feel. I know as soon as he sees you, you will be in a world of pain, and 2 of the Sand Sibs are coming down too, so you're screwed. Sasuke glared at her. He would never give up his revenge. He has been training ever since Itachi his clan, and he would not let it go to waste. I won't give up my revenge, you will have to me first. Sasuke said, angrily. You know, that could be arranged. More than half the village hates you, and they all want you. The only reason you were noted when you came back from Orochimaru is because Sakura convinced the elders, and everyone else to keep you alive. She even said if they'd you, she'd become a missing nin, which shocked everyone, because she was the most loyal kunoichi in this village, and she would never harm anyone without a reason. Sasuke looked down at his hands, the hands he used to beat the only girl who had faith in him, and the only girl who loved him, for him. A tear rolled down Sasuke's face, and Tsunade saw that she got to him. He, Sasuke Uchiha, was crying. He would never cry. The last time he cried was when Itachi hated his clan. More tears slid down Sasuke's face, and after a while, Tsunade started to feel remorse for him, so she gave him a hug, and she kept telling him everything will be alright. Sasuke was shocked at Tsunade's actions, but didn't question them. After some time, Sasuke stopped crying and he got up. He wanted to clean his face up, so people wouldn't know that he was crying. XXX. Sakura just woke up from her sleep, and realized that she had been asleep for 7 hours. She got up, and she took a shower, and she started to cook breakfast for everyone. An hour passed and Sakura finished cooking. She first saw Itachi, and he looked normal, as usual. He looked at her, and sighed. He still couldn't get her out of his mind, it was starting to annoy him. Maybe she was just using some jutsu on him, to make him go crazy. No, that wouldn't make any sense, she had no motive, he saved her, she wouldn't torture him in return, that was just very unusual. Hi Itachi-san, what would you like for breakfast? She said, hyperly. He glared at her, and he left. Talk about rude, HMPF. Sakura pouted. Then she saw Deidara, and she decided to talk to him. Hi Dei-chan, what do you want for breakfast? She asked. Why are you so happy, He asked. She pouted. What's so wrong about being happy in the morning? Most people hate mornings, I'm not most people. I'm Sakura Haruno, pink-haired kunoichi. Not most people have pink hair, so there you go. She said, offering him some food. Okay, so, what's up, Itachi's in the mornings, isn't he? Deidara laughed. Yeah, you're funny, Sakura-chan, Her eyes lit up. Really? Thanks, Dei-chan, Sakura said, happily. After about an hour, everyone woke up, and they ate the breakfast Sakura made. Once again, Hidan and Sakura had a cursing battle, and it started to get very interesting. When will you give the up, you mother-ing piece of shit? Quote. Sakura yelled to Hidan. When you do, you ing tai bitch. He yelled back. Without thinking Sakura yelled back something very personal. How can I be a ing tai bitch if I'm still a virgin, you mother-ing dumbastard? Everything was silent, and Sakura realized what she had just said, and she ran back into Conan's room, and she locked the door, using her chakra. Conan sighed. She knew she would have to talk to her, but when she started to go, Itachi stopped her. What is it, Itachi? She asked. I'll talk to her, you beat the living shit out of Hidan. He told her. She sighed, and she nodded. Conan walked back to Hidan, and started to use some genjutsu on him. When Itachi came to Conan's room, he noticed Sakura locked it, so the only way he could get in was either has her unlock it, or break it down. Sakura, open the door. He told her. There was no reply, so he decided to break it down. When he broke it down, he saw Sakura in a corner, hugging her legs, and crying silently. He sighed. Sakura, get up. She didn't move. Sakura, I didn't know you were weak. He said, coldly, hoping to get her attention, but it didn't. He knew there wasn't something worse behind what she had said. Sakura, talk to me, I would hate to use my Sharingan on you. She stood still. Sakura, talk to me, now. He growled. She looked up at him, she saw he was annoyed, maybe she should just tell him. I'm not a virgin, she said, very quietly, and she began to cry, again. Itachi looked at her. What did she mean? What do you mean, Sakura? He asked. When I was a little kid, I was playing in the fields, and some sick bastard tricked me into going with him, and he raped me. She told him, and she began to cry harder, but still silently. Itachi looked at the girl. She was so vulnerable right now, he hadn't seen her cry so much, she always had a smile on her face, not tears, and how did he know? He was watching her from time to see how strong she was, and he always noticed she would never cry if something were too hard, she would take it in, and she would accept it, she was strong, but she had a weakness, her memories, well, she had too, but not anymore, she no longer remembered her love for Sasuke, so it won't be counted as a weakness. Without warning, Itachi put his arms around Sakura, holding her for a while. Sakura started to blush. Men usually didn't hold her, because they'd usually end up 300 feet away from her. Sakura put her head on his chest, she soon stopped crying, and Itachi let go. Thank you, Itachi-san. Don't call me that. Sakura looked at him, in confusion. Huh, what do you mean, Itachi-san? Do not call me Itachi-san. She looked even more confused. What do you want me to call you? Itachi-sama, Itachi-kun, Itachi-chan. He glared at her when she said the last one. Call me by my name, do not use pointless suffixes. Just for you, or everyone. I don't care whether or not you use suffixes on everyone, as long as you don't use it on me. Sakura nodded. Itachi started to leave, but Sakura stopped him, and gave him a kiss on the cheek. Itachi looked at Sakura, she was blushing. Sorry, Itachi, it won't happen again. She apologized. He looked at her, and decided to himself, he couldn't get her off his mind, it was impossible, he might as well go with the flow. If you wanted to kiss me, Itachi started, getting closer to Sakura's face. Quote. Why didn't you tell me? He said, with his famous Uchiha smirk. Before Sakura could think about what was happening, Itachi crashed his lips onto Sakura's. Sakura's eyes widened, she couldn't believe Itachi Uchiha was kissing her. She just started to go on with the kiss, she wrapped her arms around his neck, and started to kiss him passionately, and he did so as well. After a few minutes of kissing, they broke apart. Sakura was blushing like crazy. Sakura was the first one to break the silence. Itachi, shouldn't we get back to the others? She questioned. He nodded. They left the room, and they saw Konan still torturing Hidan, which was quite enjoyable to Sakura. She started to giggle. Konan recognized their presence, and she stopped torturing Hidan. Hey, Saku-chan, you feeling better? Sakura nodded. Yes, Konan-chan, thanks for beating Hidan up for me, it was quite enjoyable for the time that I got to see it. I'm not even sure if that makes any sense. 0.0 Konan laughed, then Toby came in with a picture he drew. Toby drew a picture. He said, waving the drawing in the air. Konan sighed, and she took it and looked at it. Her eyes widened when she saw it was Sakura and Itachi kissing, she then looked at the two. Toby, why did you draw this? Konan asked. Toby saw Sakura-senpai and Itachi-senpai doing that. Toby is a good boy. Sakura turned dark red when Konan looked at them. Saku-chan, I didn't know you had a thing for Itachi. That's so cute. Itachi, you better treat her good, or so help me God, I'll hunt you down, and I'll cut you like a fish. She threatened. Deidara came around the corner and heard them. Itachi got served. Deidara said, laughing. Itachi glared at him, and he turned around, and ran back to his room, and locking his door. Konan's attention went back to them. So, how long? I don't know what you're talking about, Konan. Itachi said, blankly. You know what I mean. How long haven't Sakura been dating? Konan asked. We aren't dating, or at least not now. Itachi told her. She sighed, She knew he wasn't going to admit anything to her, but he might to Kisame. She started to scheme inside her head on how to get them together. Conan-chan, why are you laughing maniacally, and have an evil grin on your face? Sakura asked, cautiously. Oh, no reason, Saku-chan. Just thinking on how to, torture Hidan for you, that's all. Conan said, innocently. Sakura knew it was just some weird plan that involved herself and Itachi, so she just acted like she was being gullible, and she took her word for it, to trick her. Okay, Conan-chan, whatever you say, Sakura said, and left with Itachi following her. You don't seriously believe her, do you? Sakura shook her head. Of course not. What do you take me for, an idiot? I'm smarter than people give me credit for. Sakura said. Itachi nodded. XXX. Shikamaru was walking around the village. He was still thinking about Sakura. He should have known what was going on with her. He's a genius, for God's sakes. Why couldn't he see it sooner? There were so many signs, and he ignored them. What kind of ninja is he? He sighed. Sakura, I hope you're okay. I miss you so much, Shikamaru thought to himself. As soon as I see Uchiha, I'm going to beat his skull in. That bastard will pay for what he did to Sakura. She was the only one who would play shugi with me when Asuma died. She was there for me when I needed her, and I failed her, but I'll avenge her. I'll beat the Uchiha so hard, he'll feel your pain. He saw Ino, and she was crying. He knew it was for Sakura, so he went over there to try and calm her down. Ino, she'll be okay, she's strong, don't worry. Shikamaru said, trying to comfort her. Ino looked at him. She's been through so much. Why is she being punished? Ino continued to cry. Shikamaru looked at her. What did she mean Sakura's been through so much? Ino, what do you mean? What else has she been through? Shikamaru asked. Ino started to cry harder. When we were kids, she, was waiting for me to come to the flat flower fields, and I wasn't there for her. She waited, and she went with some guy, and he raped her. Shikamaru couldn't believe his ears. Sakura was raped. Oh, the Uchiha is so dead now, her life has been filled with tragedy. He felt some angry tears forming in his eyes. Why was Sakura being tortured so much? What has she done to be hurt all her life? It doesn't make any sense. Sakura was the most cheerful person he knew. If she were, then shouldn't she be anything but happy? Maybe Sakura was pretended to be happy, so people wouldn't worry about her. She has always wanted to prove everyone she was strong. She didn't want to be seen as weak anymore. Ited her. So she trained her butt off to be the best, and to be known as the best kunoichi in Konoha that ever lived. Ino, it's okay. She forgives you. You are one of her best friends. Don't think otherwise. It wasn't your fault. And it wasn't Sakura's fault. It was that sick bastard's fault. He did this to her. And Sasuke is a new contribution. And as soon as we see him, we'll kick his, okay. Ino smiled. She wanted to beat Sasuke so bad right now, bringing more shit into Sakura's life. He deserves his skill, but she doubts the elders would let them him, so they can beat the shit out of him, haha. Shikamaru, what if we can't find Sasuke? Ino asked. Shikamaru sighed. Ino, we will, don't worry, he can't go anywhere. And I know for a fact that even the Hokage wants to see Sasuke get his kicked. Ino laughed. Shikamaru always found a way to make her laugh when she was sad. 2 days later, in Konoha, as Gaara and Temari reached the gate, they were both ready to knock Sasuke the hell out. They have been traveling 2 days, and they wanted to see Sasuke now. When they reached the gate, they saw Tsunade and Sasuke. Gaara's eyes glowed in anger. Hello, Kazekage-sama. Tsunade greeted. Hello, Lady Hokage. May Temari and speak to the Uchiha now? Gaara asked. Politely, Tsunade nodded. Yes, Kazekage-sama, go right ahead. Before they could do anything, Ino and Shikamaru came into view. Hey, lazy, here to talk to the Uchiha too? Temari asked Shikamaru. With a smirk, he smirked back. Hello, Temari. Ino and I would like to talk to the Uchiha as well as yourselves. Well, wait your turn, Gaara and I want to talk to him first. Temari said, sticking her tongue out, childishly. Shikamaru smirked. How about we all talk to him, that would be more effective, and he'll feel even more intimidated, and sorry. Gaara nodded his head, he just wanted Sasuke to pay for hurting Sakura. Sasuke looked at all of them in total fear. How can you fight against 4 very experienced ninjas, actually 3, he didn't count Ino as dangerous, he counted her as just plain stupid. Which she is laughing face, no offense Ino fans. I got to go to the bathroom. Sasuke said, backing away from the 4, he didn't feel like going to the hospital today, but before he could get a chance to leave, Gaara's stopped him. Uchiha, I swear, if Sakura is, in fact, dead, you won't be able to even think about Itachi or reviving your clan after I'm done with you. I knew I shouldn't have trusted you, you were just going to hurt her, and now, she's probably laying in a ditch somewhere, with her neck turned all around, and if that's the case, I'll make your death so painful, it will be worse than all the deaths in you clan put together. I will rip your insides out, choke you with them, and make you eat them. I will put you in the most painful sand coffin ever, I'll make suffocate in the sand and make you beg for mercy for hours. I will then decapitate your body into as many pieces as possible. And burn them slowly, I swear, Uchiha, if she is dead, that will be your fate, but worse than you could ever imagine, I will make you suffer for the rest of your damn life, and I will torture you like you did to Sakura, I will make your life a living hell, Uchiha, I swear it on your pitiful life, you pathetic excuse of a man, you are the worst piece of trash that ever faced the earth, I wished Sakura never cared about such trash as yourself, because if she didn't she'd probably still be here. Gaara said, with hate, disgust, and formidability. Is that a word? 0.0 Well, it was formidable. I hate having to make little words into big words. Everyone looked at Gaara. He was, how should I put this, pissed off. He loved Sakura so much, and she could be dead, and it was all that damn Uchiha's fault, it was always his fault. Sasuke was scared. No, he was terrified. The last time he had been so scared was when his clan was. It's always being brought back to that. If it never happened, would things have gone the way he wanted? He doesn't know what to do anymore. Practically everyone hates him. And now, he'll more than likely never be able to revive the clan his brothered when he was about 7. Everyone watched Gaara's eyes. They were filled with hatred. Hatred for Sasuke, whom probably the only girl he ever had feelings for and ever will. After Gaara had said that, everything was quiet. They didn't feel like they should say any more. Sasuke probably already got the idea that they would them if they wanted to, and they would not hesitate. Gaara and Temari left to go stay at a hotel. They thought they might as well stay there just in case some news came up about Sakura, they would want to know. Shikamaru and Ino left a while after Gaara and Temari left. They thought they should talk to him tomorrow, because, hell, they were scared, and Gaara wasn't even talking to them. Sasuke went back to his apartment, which was guarded by Anbu Black Ops, for as long as Tsunade chose to. Sasuke laid on his bed, and fell into a driftless sleep. Everyone looked at Gaara. He was, how should I put this, pissed off. He loved Sakura so much, and she could be dead, and it was all that damn Uchiha's fault, it was always his fault. Sasuke was scared. No, he was terrified. The last time he had been so scared was when his clan was. It's always being brought back to that. If it never happened, would things have gone the way he wanted? He doesn't know what to do anymore. Practically everyone hates him, and now, he'll more than likely never be able to revive the clan his brothered when he was about 7. Everyone watched Gaara's eyes. They were filled with hatred. Hatred for Sasuke, whom probably the only girl he ever had feelings for and ever will. After Gaara had said that, everything was quiet. They didn't feel like they should say any more. Sasuke probably already got the idea that they would them if they wanted to, and they would not hesitate. Gaara and Temari left to go stay at a hotel. they thought they might as well stay there just in case some news came up about Sakura, they would want to know. Shikamaru and Ino left a while after Gaara and Temari left. They thought they should talk to him tomorrow, because, hell, they were scared, and Gaara wasn't even talking to them. Sasuke went back to his apartment, which was guarded by Anbu Black Ops, for as long as Tsunade chose to. Sasuke laid on his bed, and fell into a driftless sleep. End recap. Naruto awoke with Hinata under his arms, she was still asleep. He smiled, he was going to be the father of someone as beautiful as Hinata. Naruto then got up, he wanted to make her some breakfast, to make her happy. Sakura told him some things about pregnant women before, and she mentioned that pregnant women were moody, and they ate more than normally, so he wanted to make sure he could make her feel comfortable during her pregnancy, and he knew that she would get angrier at him more oftenly, so he might as well try to keep her happy to prevent her from getting angry at him. Naruto made her some eggs and pancakes. He had gotten over his ramen obsession a while ago. Sakura and Hinata gave him a ramen intervention, because they said it was unhealthy to eat that much ramen, and Sakura just told him if he ate it again, she'd beat him so far into the ground, that the earth's core would burn him to hell. Naruto smiled at all the memories that he and Sakura had together. He did love her, but it was more on a brotherly way than romantic, he just wanted her to be safe, and he would protect her with his life. What brother wouldn't want to protect his sister from harm? It was natural that a brother would always try to protect his sister, no matter how old they were. Naruto was younger than Sakura, but he still tried his best to protect her, and he would continue to until someone else told him he wouldn't have to anymore, that they would protect her. After Naruto finished making breakfast, Hinata woke up and she entered the kitchen to see her husband. Yay, they're married. I guess I forgot to mention that XP all messy, and her kitchen somewhat messy, but Naruto was cleaning it up. Hinata smiled at Naruto's generosity. Hey, Hinata-chan, how did you sleep? Hinata smiled and replied, great. Naruto-kun, thank you for making breakfast, that was really nice. Hinata gave him a peck on his cheek, he blushed. No problem, Hinata-chan. You deserve it, you're the best person ever, you're sweeter than sugar. Hinata giggled at Naruto's comment, it was so corny, but she didn't care, he probably didn't even know it was really corny to say, so she kept quiet. As Hinata ate, Naruto kept looking at her like an idiot. Hinata knew that he always wanted to be a father, and she wanted him to be happy, so she would do whatever he said, to try and help the baby. Hinata-chan, once you're done eating, you need to go back to bed. I heard from Sakura-chan that pregnant women slept more than usual, and I want you and the baby to be fine, okay? Naruto said. With his signature grin, Hinata smiled. Okay. If you go with me, Naruto-kun, okay. Hinata said. In a sly way, Naruto caught on, and he grinned like an idiot. Hinata had become so confident over the years, Sakura would be proud. As Hinata and Naruto finished, Naruto put the dishes in the sink, and he started to wash them for Hinata, so that she wouldn't strain herself, because that wouldn't be good for her, or the baby. Hinata-chan, you go ahead, I'll be done in a little bit, okay? She frowned, and she sighed and nodded. Okay, Naruto-kun, but if you're not in here in 10 minutes, I'll hurt you, like Cherry-chan. Hinata said. She sometimes called Sakura Cherry-chan, because she thought it sounded cute, and Sakura thought it was a nice nickname, so she let Hinata call her that, but she didn't let anyone else call her that, well, everyone but her, Shikamaru, and Naruto. She wondered how Sakura and Shikamaru are such good friends, they're really different from each other, he's carefree, and she's very responsible. When Hinata had asked Sakura about her and Shikamaru's relationship, she just told her, he was like a brother to her, the brother she never had, the brother she always wanted but could never have, because her parents just had her, only her, or that's what she thought. Somehow, Sakura heard that she had an elder sister, but wasn't sure the resources were reliable. If they were, then she would be searching for her, to ask her questions about her family. After about 10 minutes, Hinata decided that she should check on Naruto. He probably had an even worse mess in the kitchen that she'll have to clean up. When she exited the bedroom, and when she entered the kitchen, it was pretty decent, and she saw that Naruto was still doing some dishes that had pancakes on them. The syrup had stuck to the plate and he was getting annoyed by it, so he just threw it in the trash. Hinata sighed, and she snuck up on Naruto. Naruto, being Naruto, was so tired didn't even notice Hinata behind him. He turned around, and he bumped into Hinata, landing on top of her. Hinata blushed and giggled. Naruto-kun, can you get off? I can barely breathe. Hinata asked, politely. Naruto's face turned red in embarrassment, and he got off of her. Hee hee. Sorry Hinata-chan, I should have been watching where I was going. He said. She smiled and gave him a peck on the lips, and she dragged him to the bedroom. XXX. As Shikamaru woke up, he immediately knew that he should confront Sasuke today, but then again, maybe he should do something that would his ego so bad. Shikamaru grinned evilly as he came up with a plan that would consist of the girls and Gaara. Shikamaru ordered them to the training grounds, except Hinata. She was a little busy, but he told everyone who showed up his devious plan. Everyone but Gaara nodded. He didn't care about the plan, he just wanted to beat Sasuke to hell, and he didn't need a plan to do that. All that he need was his hands, and some chakra, and boom, Sasuke, the second to last Uchiha alive, would be dead. Gaara, will you nod, so we'll know you get it? His older sister, Tamari asked. He glared at her. I don't care about the damn plan, I just to beat the hell out of that mother-ing bastard, it'll be easier, and I'll torture him forever if I feel like it, so no damn plan is gonna change that. He'll lose his ego fighting me, and he'll feel weak, as he has made Sakura felt, and I will make him weak, I promise you. Shikamaru sighed. He knew he wouldn't be able to get through to him, he was too damn stubborn, just like Sakura was. Shikamaru wished that Sakura would be with Gaara, and then they would be brother and sister, since he and Tamari were married. Even though they were from different villages, Tamari would come about NCE a week, if she didn't have a mission, or needed to stay in the village for something. Gaara, if you want to cause Sasuke pain, we can help, we all want to hurt him, but we'll need you to accept our help. Ino said, trying to convince him. Come on, everyone wants to hurt him, for hurting Sakura, and I know if Sakura knew what you did, she'd be very grateful to you. Tenten said, getting Gaara's attention. Fine. Shikamaru thanked Tenten in his mind. His idea was going according to plan. He smirked evilly. He was so going to hurt the Uchiha for hurting his little sister, and he will beg for mercy, and he won't care, he would continue to torture him. Wow, Gaara, I didn't know you liked Sakura, how cute. Gaara had a tiny, very tiny blush on his face. I don't. She is my friend, not that. He said, trying to hide his blush, but it got bigger. Everyone saw how Gaara was blushing, and they knew he was lying. Ah, Gaara, you like Saku-chan, Ino said, excitedly. Shikamaru slapped Ino upside the head, she glared at him. What the hell was that for? She yelled. For opening your damn mouth, you idiot. Shikamaru said, lazily. She continued to glare at him. Everyone's sweat dropped. Ino was always an idiot at times, not knowing when to shut the hell up, so she gets in trouble for it. Even though it was annoying to Gaara, he was glad the attention was off him, so no one would realize he was trying to get rid of his blush covering his cheeks. As soon as Ino was done being an idiot, they turned their attention to Gaara, who was still trying to cover his blush. Gaara, just admit it, we already know you like her. I don't like Sakura-chan. Everyone looked at him, and he realized what he said. Haha kid, I made you say it. You damn raccoon, I'm gonna ing you. Gaara yelled at Shukaku, and Shukaku, being a coward, disappeared. I knew it. Gaara likes Sakura. Gaara likes Sakura. Ino chanted, before getting glared at everyone. I don't like Sakura as the way you think, I like her as a friend, so stop being total idiots, and accept it. Everyone rolled their eyes, except Shikamaru. he couldn't be bothered to do that. He knew Gaara liked her, and that was good enough for him. As soon as she got back, he'll tell her to go live with Gaara for some time, and then she fall in love with him, and so on. Shikamaru gave him a look saying, I know you're lying, but I don't care, so as soon as she gets back ask her out. Gaara nodded. Shikamaru is the only one he could trust, except Naruto, Temari, and Sakura. Everyone else, he didn't trust them, because they didn't do anything for him, saying he could trust them. Naruto helped him realize that he doesn't need to people. Shikamaru helped him realize his feelings for her one day when he came to Suna. Temari would always try to cheer him up, and Sakura. Sakura showed him love, even though it wasn't the love he wanted from her. It was brotherly love, but he wanted so much more, but he couldn't. No one loved a monster. He thought for a moment, and remembered Sakura putting her hands on his cheeks, and told him he wasn't a monster, and she gave him a little peck on the lips, which made him blush big time. Sakura giggled at his shyness, it made him look cute. Gaara would always love that memory of her. Gaara thought some more, and realized after that day, it was about 3 years ago, that was when Sasuke started to abuse her, 3 years ago. What if it was his fault? What if Sasuke knew she kissed him? Maybe that was why he did it, to punish her for kissing him. Gaara started to feel guilty, and felt like crying, but didn't. He couldn't cry in front of people he didn't even trust, minus Shikamaru and Temari. Temari noticed Gaara had a sad look on his face. She'll have to ask him about it later, but now, they had to beat the shit out of the Uchiha. I don't want to do this. Right now, I need to talk to Shikamaru, and my sister. Gaara said. Everyone looked at him as if he were crazy. He was the one who has been wanting to rip Sasuke limb from limb, and now, he just wanted to talk to Shikamaru and Temari. Something is very wrong. Everyone but Shikamaru and Temari left. They looked at Gaara, and noticed he had guilt written all over his face. Gaara, what's wrong? Temari asked him. Concerned, something was wrong with her brother. He never felt guilt, until today. It's all my fault. It's my fault he did that to her. Gaara said, sadly. They went wide-eyed. What do you mean, Gaara? Shikamaru asked. 3 years ago, that is when he started to hurt her. 3 years ago, Sakura kissed me. They put 2 and 2 together and understood what Gaara was trying to say, and they actually thought it was quite possible, but how could Sasuke know? He wasn't there, was he? Gaara, it's not your fault, it's just some freak accident. He probably went insane or something. He couldn't know, he wasn't there, so how would he find out? Gaara fought back the tears threatening to come down his cheeks. He knew Sasuke knew, why else would he hurt her? How do you know? He could have snuck past the guards and saw us. It's all my fault he put her through hell. It's my damn fault. I'm gonna ing him. He shouldn't have hurt her. He should have hurt me. Gaara yelled angrily, and ran past them, heading to Sasuke's house. Shikamaru tried to stop him, using his Shadow Poseijan Jutsu, but he was too fast, so Temari let him ride with her on her approached his house, and banged on the door. Sasuke answered it, only to find himself pinned against the wall in a second after. What the hell are you doing, Gaara? He yelled. Gaara looked at him in anger. You're a damn coward, you bastard. I figured it out, because she kissed me, didn't give you the right to abuse her for 3 damn years, you sick bastard. Gaara yelled at him, and he pooched him, with power, which made Sasuke's jaw break. All you, you sick son of a bitch, you knew she wouldn't fight back, so you took advantage of her. He yelled again, kicking him in the side. Sasuke was on the floor, bleeding badly when Temari and Shikamaru came. They stopped Gaara from causing any more damage to him, even though that they wanted him to be beaten to death. Temari picked Sasuke up, and ran him to the hospital where Tsunade was. She looked at him, and sent him straight to the emergency room. What happened to him? Tsunade asked them. That bastard got what was coming to him. He beat her because he knew she wouldn't fight back. Unlike myself, that bastard should have known that he was gonna get hurt sooner or later. He deserved every damn thing he got. Gaara said, viciously. Tsunade knew immediately Gaara caused this. She sighed. She couldn't do anything, because he was right. Sasuke deserved everything he was put through. Gaara, why did you do that? Gaara glared at Tsunade. He deserved it. She kissed me, and that's why he started to beat her. He was too much of a damn coward to confront me, so he used Sakura to satisfy his anger, by beating her. Tsunade looked at Gaara. He looked so sure of himself, like he knew that what he said was a fact. Gaara, I can't do anything to you, but your village might get angry about what you did, so I'm just warning you. I won't tell them, but if they find out, good luck to you. Gaara shrugged it off. He won't get in trouble. He'll just say that Uchiha was a threat, so he beat him up, and he's in the clear. Gaara turned around to see his sister, and she looked disappointed. Yes, Temari. What is it? She slapped him across the face. Gaara, you lied to us. You said you would follow Shikamaru's plan. You said you wouldn't go after him yet. Gaara looked at his sister, and he put his hand on his now red cheek. Temari, I'm sorry, I was driven by impulse and anger, that Uchiha did so many things to her, and she might be dead. I couldn't let that go. I wanted him to pay for everything he has done to her, and pain was the only way he'll understand how Sakura felt when he inflicted it onto her. Gaara apologized. Temari looked surprised. He never apologizes, but she didn't care. Gaara, I'm sorry I slapped you. I was angry, and I didn't know what I was doing at the time, so no hard feelings. Gaara nodded. XXX. Sakura was watching out for Konan. She knew Konan had something up her sleeve, and she would get her at a time she least expected. Little did Sakura know, Konan was very good at being secretive. She could do things without people even knowing. That was her specialty. She loved to sneak up on people, so she worked on it, and became very good at it. Konan got Deidara and Kisame, because she thought those two could get them to the same place, and they'll stay there, and then her plan will work. She smirked evilly. Konan, why are we doing this? It's very annoying and pointless. Kisame said, annoyed. Who could notice? We're here to make sure that Saku-chan and Itachi hook up. They kissed, but they aren't together, so I'm gonna change that, with my trusty henchmen. You mean your boyfriend's slaves? Kisame said. Konan glared. No, well, okay fine, my boyfriend's slaves, but that makes you my slaves too. Possession is 3/5 of the law, so haha. Konan said, childishly, sticking her tongue out at them. Kisame just glowered at her. He didn't like to be beaten at arguments, not at all. You're cruel, yeah. She glared at Deidara, which scared him. He was always scared of her. She just had the glares that could freak you out into insanity. Shut it. I see Saku-chan. Remember, you get Itachi and I get Saku-chan. They unwillingly nodded. She smiled and separated from the two. Saku-chan, over here. I need to talk to you. It's important. Konan hollered at her. Sakura thought it was part of the plan, instantly, but she played along. It could be fun in the end, and she'll get a few laughs. Yes, Konan-chan, what's the emergency? Toby is in the library, and he told me that he wanted your help. He said it was something about him not being able to read anymore, but he just said that he needed you. Sakura giggled. Toby couldn't read. He told her that when she asked him about himself, so she knew immediately it was just the plan, but she continued to go along with it. Fine, Konan-chan, but can you make sure no one finds out I'm going to help Toby? They'll think I'm weird for helping him since he's about the most hated Akatsuki ever. I don't feel like taking everyone's shit today. Sakura said, and giggled. Konan nodded and Sakura left to the library. Sakura saw Itachi and he looked annoyed and tired. She walked up to him and started to make conversation. So, what's up? Itachi didn't answer. Sakura sighed. Fine, if you don't want to talk to me, then don't, you cold-hearted bastard. I'm just going to go back to Konan-chan's room and talk to the walls about how mean you are. Sakura said, seriously, making Itachi laugh. He loved her childish way of talking. It amused him. She was different from most girls. She wouldn't change easily if told. she'll change when she wants to and only for someone who she thinks is worth it. Sakura turned on her heel and started to leave, but was stopped by Itachi. What is it, Itachi? She asked. He looked at her. In his mind he wanted to kiss her, but somehow, he was kind of afraid to. Stay, he said. She looked at him, and sighed. Fine, Itachi, but only if you actually respond to me. If not, I'll leave you here alone and we won't be able to actually laugh at the guy's ridiculous attempt at getting us together. She said. He nodded. He was thinking in his head, he wanted to kiss her, and love her, but she wouldn't let him. She's been hurt too much, she couldn't do anything so sudden. Itachi, are you okay? No. That got Sakura's attention. What's wrong, Itachi? Are you hurt, or something? She asked, trying not to laugh, but who couldn't? Itachi Uchiha was never hurt. No. Sakura tilted her head in confusion. What the hell did he mean then? She wanted to slap him upside the head, so he would start making more sense to her. Itachi, what's bothering you? Did I do something? I'm sorry if I did, I didn't know, whatever it was. Itachi laughed at her ditzy personality. She was apologizing, and she didn't even know what was bothering him. Sakura, you are what's bothering me, he said to her. She looked at him. What did she do? Me. What about me? What do you mean? I don't understand, Sakura said. Before Itachi put her in a kiss, that seemed to last forever, but only lasted a couple minutes. Does that answer your question, Sakura? Sakura blushed. She knew what he meant now. Itachi Uchiha was falling for her. Yes. What do you want to do? She asked. Shyly, he shrugged. I don't know. I just know I can't get you out of my mind. It's impossible, so what do you think we should do? I have feelings for you and, Sakura cut him off. I have feelings for you as well. I just don't want to get hurt. It's happened to me. I don't know how, but I can feel it. The betrayal of someone I loved. I just want to know you'll stay faithful to me, and treat me right. Itachi looked at her eyes. He knew that she would always feel somewhat the love she had for Sasuke, even after he would erase her memories of it. Foolish little brother, you lost an angel, because of your hateful ways, and I gained one for my ways. Don't you love me? He thought to himself, smirking evilly. He would love to see the look on his brother's face once he realizes that his flower had come to him, and now loved him. He could feel the hate and jealousy inside Sasuke. It would make any man laugh at him, for it was because of him for what the future became, and the future will be him and Sakura, no one else. They will be together without anyone. Itachi, I think we should try to give us a shot. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. We'll still be civil to each other. No hard feelings will become of it. What do you think, Itachi? Itachi nodded and replied with a quick yes. Sakura wasn't really sure how to start things out. It seemed very weird and awkward. She didn't want to kiss him, because she thought he would think she was some skank, or something, but she wanted to do something to show him she cared about him, but what? Sakura, if you want to kiss me, I'm okay with it. I won't think any less of you. Sakura looked at him in amazement. How did he know what she was thinking? Is he psychic? Sorry, I can't spell to save my life. As you probably already know, I only type good stories and make good plots, that's it. XP. Yes, Sakura, I am psychic. Sakura pouted. No fair, he knew what she was thinking all the time. Sakura, stop acting so childish. Sakura looked at him, and watched him continue his sentence. It turns me on. Sakura felt a very heavy blush cover her face, as he whispered that in her ear. Itachi liked to make her blush. It was fun. She would blush at practically anything. She was so innocent, something he loved about her, that other girls usually didn't have. Most girls were practically throwing themselves at any man they came in contact with. They were just whores, something Sakura isn't, nor will she ever be. She had more respect for herself to do that, but if she had to, then she would do it with pride. She would do anything if it needed to be done. Itachi knew that Sakura would make a great mother by just looking at her. She would do anything for her children, but she would try to spoil them, something he could prevent her from doing, if they became more than teammates, a whole lot more. Sakura saw Itachi staring off into space, so she thought she would do something evil, like put some lipstick on him. Then again, he would probably her, and she didn't feel like dying anymore, so it would really to die when she was actually happy for once in her life. Sakura Haruno was happy. Sakura just decided to wake him from his daze to talk more to him. Sakura shook him, and he knocked out of his daze. Sakura giggled at him. She would giggle over anything, she just liked to giggle, especially if it were a true one, not like those she used at Konoha to make sure no one would think what was going on with her. Itachi, you dozed off again. Sakura told him. He nodded. He knew that she was making him weak, but for once, he didn't care, just power for once, and live like a normal person for once. Itachi looked into Sakura's eyes and kissed her, and she kissed him back. She put her hand through his hair. As the kiss deepened, Sakura could feel Itachi's hand rising up her shirt, so she stopped. I'm not ready to go that far, yet. He nodded and gave her a small peck on the lips. Unknowingly, this whole plan was set up by Conan. She knew everything, she knew that Sakura wouldn't buy her excuse, and she knew that Sakura would try to trick her. But she didn't, she just fell in the trap she avoided, but didn't. Conan was cheering in her head as she saw the new couple kiss. She just walked back to her room.